What's going on, YouTube? So today we have another adapter in the house. We have a Fringer adapter, and this adapter allows you to connect your Canon EF mount lenses onto your Nikon Z body, giving it autofocus in photo and video. And let me tell you guys, a year ago when I talked about this adapter on, I think it was my accessory video, I was kind of skeptical about the adapter, but a year after, let me say, I bought a bunch of Canon glass, as you can see, right? And it works wonderful. It focused just like a native FTZ adapter right here. So it's that good. So let me show you guys, 1 second. Now the Fringer at $300 is nothing but pure piece of metal exterior construction. This thing is very solid. Very solid. And also the tripod mount right here, very solid, doesn't swirl at all, it's still intact. And that's a year ago. So yeah, a year usage, still works just fine. Now, let me put this down. The Nikon and Canon, what can I say? They're all plastic. And yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I know, right? You guys are sitting there like, well, yeah, you wish that this was all metal, right? So it could be a lot more sturdy, right? And also the levers right here, it's just pure plastic. Plastic, right? Fringer, metal, pure metal. This is just solid construction by Fringer right there. So I'm gonna give them kudos for that. And just again, this is 300 USD, whereas I think the FTZ is 250. And I think the Canon is around 250, 300 bucks. But yeah, definitely I think that the extra money for the Fringer adapter at 300 is well worth it. So now in terms of autofocus, I'm going to show you guys a B-roll. With my 24mm, it works just fine. This is 1.4 version 2. For my 16-35 version 2, it works just fine as well. I have seen no hiccups on my end with this lens. With the 50mm 1.2, this lens works awesome as well. And there was an issue with this lens, and they actually fixed it with the firmware update, and it was because the 1.2 wasn't showing up on the aperture on the camera, so that was a big bummer, but they fixed it through firmware updates, and that goes to show you that these guys, they're always updating the firmware on this adapter, which is a bonus, because you don't want to buy adapters from a company that doesn't update their firmware update on their adapter on a regular basis, because sometimes these firmware on the camera will cancel out the firmware on the adapter, so keep that in mind. And also the 100mm macro lens by Canon right here, this works excellent as well on the adapter. And also with the Sigma 18-35, works awesome with the adapter. Autofocus works just great. And also, if you're looking at this right now, this is my Tokina 11-20. That also works excellent on this adapter, and it all just works out just well. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm gonna do an individual test on each lens to show you guys on the accuracy later on. I don't wanna make this video too long because I don't wanna bore you guys, but let me just put it this way. Accuracy with the autofocus felt like an FTZ adapter, pretty much. And there is a huge, I guess, a huge secret that I want to show you guys. And if you guys made it this far, kudos to you guys. Now, one main reason why a lot of you guys should definitely pick up Canon adapter for the Nikon Z is because it can cancel out that block that you have with these crop sensor lenses. Let me show you guys. What happens when a user out there plugs in a DX crop sensor onto their full frame body? What happens? Let me show you what happens. Well, I'm in movie mode right now, and guess what? You are stuck in DX mode, and now all the consumer thinks is, oh, okay, DX doesn't work for full frame. Of course, and then you realize something. I'll show you. I know a lot of people don't know this. Now, here's my Sigma right here, and it's on the Fringer adapter. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the screen right now. One moment. Now, we are in full frame mode, movie mode, and look at that. You get to choose between DX and FX. And now you're saying to yourself, well, Camerville, you see the vignetting, right? You see the, the sides, right? But let me show you guys. Isn't that crazy? I have a 35mm 1.8 full frame right there. Yeah, 35mm 1.8. And the reason why Nikon, and I'll show you guys with the Canon, the reason why Nikon and Canon blocks it out is because they don't want you guys to use this at all. They want you guys to buy a full frame lens at 35mm 1.8. And for this, I could use 35mm 1.8 full frame on a Nikon Z body. That is pretty cool. I'm going to unplug the Tokina and we'll be looking at above. So one moment. So here's my Tokina right here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see the screen. One moment. All right, there we go. You guys can see that screen. So here's the Tokina. And essentially, look at that. I could zoom in, and at 16mm, at 16, I'm getting full frame 2.8 at 16. Mind blowing. That is crazy. That is nuts. You guys are like, what? Yeah, I'm getting 16mm at 2.8, and I could go up to 20 if I wanted to. So at 16, you get full frame in video mode, and that's just amazing. As you can see, you're allowed to actually turn that off and on. So let me show you guys. Yeah, boom and boom. And that's just, yeah, isn't that nuts? That is nuts. So that tells me that these camera companies, actually, you know what? I need to show you guys Canon. I just cannot just show you guys Nikon. This is also a Canon thing. One moment. All right, now I have my Sigma onto my Canon. By the way, crop sensor lens onto the full frame body, the R6. And look at that. The movie cropping is enabled. So you are stuck in crop mode. They won't allow you to change it to full frame. So that is something for you guys to take note of. These camera companies, they are doing this so that you guys can buy more gear from their lineup, because if they actually let you guys use the full frame mode on some of these crop sensor lenses, they will lose money, a lot of money. So back to the Fringer. Now for the Fringer, at the end of the day, who is this adapter for? I think if you are a video creator and you're thinking about switching around brands, or you want to invest in other lenses out there, such as the Canon EF mounts or any other Canon EF third-party mounts, because yeah, you could definitely get a lot of benefits from buying a Tokina EF mount or a Sigma EF mount onto this Fringer adapter, and it'll open a lot of doors for you guys to do your filming, of course, because now, as you saw, you could do a 35mm 1.8 on a 18-35 crop sensor lens, or you could use 16-20 on your Tokina, and that just opens a lot of door. It'll save a lot of money on the consumer end, but this type of adapter do come with slight cons though. Number one, if you're not looking for any of these lenses that I showed you guys, definitely go onto the website and check their list of lenses that's supported on this adapter, because a lot of the negative reviews that I've read were lenses that weren't supported. So definitely take a look at the list to see if your lens is definitely supported by this adapter. But other than that, I think this is such a great adapter. I don't have any cons besides that, actually. I mean, number one, it opens more doors for a lot of folks out there that want to expand their Nikon realm of lenses. Number two, it opens more doors to the DX crop sensor lenses, and that is phenomenal. Number three, is made out of pure metal and is just well built. And last but not least, they have a great firmware team. So if there's any problems on your camera down the road due to a new firmware update by Nikon, you can best believe that Fringer will be on it. And I have seen them update this adapter the past year, so that is pretty good to know. But all in all, I think this is a really good investment, and if you guys are out there, definitely pick one of these up. So thank you guys for checking me back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely click like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our merch store. And yep, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, take it easy. Peace.